following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, Breakout Investing, with your host, Ken Shreve.
Welcome, everybody. Greetings from Southern California. My name is Ken Shreve. Welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing on TFNN. If you want to call into the show toll free, the number to use is 877-927-6648. My show airs every Tuesday and Thursday on the TFNN network from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. You can download the podcast anytime on iTunes if you can't listen live. And another way to listen to all TFNN programming is with your smartphone. Just type in tfnn.mobi on your smartphone browser, and you can get the stream that way as well. We'll be going over some charts on the program today. If you want to look at those charts right along with me, go to Tiger TV right on the homepage of TFNN.com, and specifically Channel 1 in Tiger TV is where the show is carried live. And if you tune into the show later in the day, you can't listen live. The show is archived in Tiger TV on Channel 13. And new things going on at TFNN. You can watch Tiger TV on any handheld device. Very exciting. Your Apple, your iPhone, the iPad, any mobile device that you use, you can watch Tiger TV right on your handheld device. Great clarity, a lot of good stuff. Okay, let's take a look at this market. We're up near session highs. That's good news. We have about 50 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session, and we have the Dow now up close to 100 points, 0.8% to 12,197. NASDAQ was underperforming, trading lower for most of the session. It has turned positive. That's good news. Trading up close to 4 points, 0.1% to 2659, and the S&P 500 up 7 points, 0.6% to 1264. Taking a look at a chart of the NASDAQ composite here, clearly the 200-day moving average, as we've been talking about, it is still a story for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. The 200-day moving average is a ceiling right now. We'll see what kind of headlines come out of Europe later this week. We have the EU summit on Thursday and Friday. Probably get some headlines out of there sooner rather than later. So the question is, will the NASDAQ composite eventually be able to move above the 200-day moving average and then take out this ultimate swing point here up around, the 2750 area. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. Similar technical setup in the bogey as well. S&P 500 so sitting right at its 200-day moving average. It is a ceiling right now, a pretty significant resistance level. It's making a case anyway that it wants to move above that. So if it does, and it is able to clear some prior highs, there you have a breakout, and we'll see where the market takes us. Very, very tricky market right now. I think everybody knows that. It is not easy to buy stocks in this type of market environment. You see the big rally that took place right after Thanksgiving. A lot of people didn't trust that rally. A lot of people like myself waiting for some follow-through in the major averages. Basically where we're at now is that the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, pretty much all the major U.S. averages are into day 7 of a rally attempt that started on November 28th. That was the Monday right after the 4-day Thanksgiving weekend. Big percentage gain on Monday. A lot of short covering going on there. More gains Tuesday, and then a huge percentage gain on Wednesday. There was good volume behind that move, but only the 3rd day of a rally attempt. So I think you had short covering on Monday and Wednesday. In my opinion, I think the short covering is about done, or very close to being done in this in this market. So we'll just have to say we're 7 days into a rally attempt without any follow through yet, and without follow through, without another big percentage gain in higher volume, the foundation is still weak. Now, I've been nibbling at some stocks here and there, knowing full well that the market isn't quite right yet. Not really seeing signs that new money is coming in from the sidelines. That can often make for a weak foundation. It's pretty clear that the institutional investors are just not playing at this point. They haven't been playing for a long time. There's still a lot of hesitancy out there in this market, and when you look at the action in a lot of recent breakout stocks, you've had some big movers since early October. But when you look at these stocks that I look at a lot in my screens, these stocks setting up in consolidation areas, going for breakouts, it's been a mixed bag at best. And there have been some that have worked, but I think they've been the exception, not the rule. So, buying fundamentally and technically strong stocks in a market where we don't have follow-through yet, where we don't have a sign of strength by the major averages, you're going to get very mixed results. It doesn't mean you can't buy them, and I don't want to be sitting on my hands here watching the market go higher. So I've been nibbling selectively, not making any big bets, not being overly aggressive, and so far it's been a mixed bag. So hopefully the environment for technical breakouts will improve in coming days and weeks. It's not going to improve until new money starts to come in from the sidelines. Okay, it's not retail buying that is the fuel for technical breakouts in growth stocks. It's institutional buying. So as long as confidence continues to build among the institutional community, I think the environment for technical breakouts will get better. But that's still, frankly, a big question mark at this point. So between now and the end of this week, is really where we want to see that follow through. We want to see percentage gains similar to what we saw last week on Wednesday. It doesn't need to be 3.5%, but anywhere in that 1.5%, 2%, preferably 2% or more. And you want to see volume come in higher than the prior session. That would make me feel better about the ability for the market to move higher from here. But still, I think it's an environment where the overall risk outweighs the reward, and it does not pay to be overly aggressive. Does not pay to be overly aggressive at this stage of the game. Taking a look at volume today, I know for most of the session it had been tracking lower than Monday's level. On Monday, we had 891 million shares trade on the New York Stock Exchange. On the NASDAQ, we had below average volume at 1.66 billion shares. So volume is tracking lower today, about 10% lower on the NASDAQ and about 5% lower on the New York Stock Exchange. So even though you've got some buyers in the market, still this low volume environment tells me that a lot of money still on the sidelines here. Okay, so we're talking about kind of wishy-washy action after breakouts. We're going to talk about some names later in the program. Stocks that look like they had a chance of working, but there's still sellers around. Still sellers around in certain growth names, and even today with the gains that we're seeing, still seeing some growth names under pressure here. All right, let's take a look at some earnings before the open today. First stock we can look at is AutoZone, the auto parts retailer, really a high-quality stock in the group. There are a bunch of strong performers in this industry group, the auto parts retailer group, but shares of AutoZone, not doing too bad, trading right in the middle of its trading range for the day, up 38 cents to $339.35. AutoZone reported a profit of $4.68 a share, up 24% from a year ago. Sales up 7% to just over $1.9 billion. See that AutoZone recently cleared a resistance level that would be at 341.89, right in this area here. So tried to move above that price level today, hit an intraday high of 343.90, has backed off a bit. Volume pretty strong in the stock today. So good results from AutoZone. And I mentioned some other strong performers in that group, certainly ORLY, O'Reilly Automotive, another strong performer here, same or similar business, I should say, to AutoZone. That stock is up 48 cents today to $80.01. Exceptional price performance. Definitely not a stock that I'm interested in chasing up here. Very easy to chase performance, chase stocks that are moving higher in price, but Orly is extended at this point, and I think a risky buy at current levels. And then also similar company, Genuine Parts Company. Another stock that is trading very well still. Technically looks strong. It's down 3 cents today to $60.50. Genuine Parts Company, recent breakout over 59.40. This prior high over here. Pretty good volume. Pretty strong stock. Now, I'd be interested in Genuine Parts Company if it basically starts to move sideways from here. Okay, so it's up 6 days in a row, not giving up much ground today, basically holding on to all those gains over the past 6 sessions. Could move sideways, form a flat little base, and hold on to gains. You could see another entry point, but Genuine Parts Company is also extended at this point. Taking a look at some other earnings reports today from companies that I consider high-quality growth names. Here's Liquidity Services. Interesting name here. The company operates online auction marketplaces for surplus and salvage consumer goods, also capital assets. Earnings up 79% from a year ago to 25 cents a share, and sales up 13% to 79.2 million. The stock hit an intraday low today of $29.30. It is now trading higher by $2.12, up just over 6% to $36.93. Wild price action, but Liquidity Services had a pretty good technical picture ahead of earnings. It has certainly benefited from the market turnaround here. So good day taking shape for Liquidity Services. And finally, in the home building sector, let's take a look at Toll Brothers. You know, the home building group has been under accumulation for quite some time. Very interesting. Toll Brothers stock is outperforming nicely today, up 56 cents. That's 2.7% to $21.30. You're not seeing huge growth at Toll Brothers, but I think there's a belief that the home builders have probably made it through the worst of it. Toll Brothers is regarded as a luxury home builder. Earnings down 70% from a year ago to 9 cents a share, but that was above estimates. Sales up 6%, also better than estimates, to $427.8 million. And of course, the ETF, the iShares Dow Jones U.S. Home Construction Index ETF ITB under quite a bit of accumulation. This ETF acting very well after a recent breakout over the $11.40 area here. Under strong accumulation, working on, let's see, 8 straight price gains, up 1.4% today to $11.98. Stick with us, folks. We'll be right back talking about some more gainers today. You're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs views the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of TFNN.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Ken Shreve with you. The number to use again is 877-927-6648. Let's go to my friend Anthony in Bridgewater, New Jersey, wants to talk FIO, Fusion IO. Anthony, hope you're having a good day out there. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Ken. Ken, I wanted to talk FIO and GPOR. FIO specifically because I see the IPO lockup ended yesterday, and I wanted to know what are the general rules that one should play by when buying off the 50-day of a high growth stock like an FIO on news conditions such as that.
Yeah, well, so Fusion IO, they had some shares get unlocked today from their IPO. I think it was 8.7 million shares. And by the way, there are more shares that are going to be released coming up later this month. 11 million shares, I believe, are going to be unlocked December 19th. You're going to have another 800,000 shares unlocked February 11th. So this is just going to be the start. But with Fusion IO, the stock is down close to 10% today, to $28.94. I know there were some out there hoping that it was going to firm up at its 50-day moving average, but it looks like the 50-day is at $29.50 thereabouts. And again, the stock trading at $28.94, it is not looking good that it's going to be able to find support there. Remember, the NASDAQ has kind of turned around here over the past hour. Fusion IO is not doesn't look like it's rallying with the market. So, Anthony, this is a stock that looks like it's going to base for a little while, and at this point, I'm really just going to wait for institutional money to start coming back into the stock. Seeing a lot of institutional selling right now, that really started several days ago. So technically, it looks weak to me. It could start to recover, and once it does, I'll look for good volume on the upside.
You'd wait for it to come back over the 50-day. It sounds like, Ken.
Yeah, I think listen, I don't have a lot of expertise buying weakness, and listen, I mean, it may be a bottom here, but what I'm seeing right now is a lot of selling pressure in this stock, and I don't like to buy amid a lot of selling pressure. I'd like to see the stock firm up. I'd really like to see some heavy volume start coming into the stock on up days. That would be a sign to me that it's that it's firming up.
That would be much better. I agree with you. The other one I had the question on was GPOR. I see it's forming a handle here. It appears. Am I right in my analysis? And what are your thoughts on that overall?
Yeah. Gulfport Energy. Let me pull it up here for folks watching on Tiger TV. GPOR on the NASDAQ. Gulfport Energy. Actually, a really solid exploration and production company, Anthony. I like the stock a lot. You look back at its weekly chart. It's been in a big, long consolidation since April earlier this year. So, weekly chart looks a little squirrely. You get some erratic price swings in there, but on the daily chart, not looking too bad. It recently came down, right to its 50-day moving average, found support. There's been pretty good volume in the stock in recent days. So, really watching a swing point here for Gulfport at 37.80. Is the stock buyable right here? Yeah, perhaps. I generally like to buy stocks as they're going through swing points and heavy volume. So I would, not be a buyer here, but I like the fundamentals at Gulfport very much. I like the fact that the stock has been under accumulation. Big difference between Gulfport and FIO. Obviously, completely different industries, but Gulfport has been under very strong accumulation in recent weeks, which is noteworthy. Probably the opposite with Fusion IO.
Very true. I was looking in the weekly on GPOR. It is really outstanding.
Yeah, well, keep listening because I really do like the exploration and production group. A lot of these oil and gas producers, several more names that I think look good here. Quite a few, actually. The challenge is kind of, deciding which one to buy. But a lot of stocks with great fundamentals and pretty good charts here. So Gulfport is definitely one of them.
Hey, thank you, Ken. You have a good one.
Okay, thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. Yeah, the oil and gas producers look very, very strong. I did a piece at Real Money not too long ago about a couple of my favorite names in the space, but really I can think of 5, 6, 7 names right off the top of my head that look very strong. So Anthony bringing up Gulfport Energy GPOR on the NASDAQ, trades 1 million shares a day. About small company. It's a small cap. Stock with a market cap of $1.9 billion thereabouts, but good bottom line and top line growth in recent quarters. And the company is based in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That's Gulfport Energy on the on the NASDAQ. All right, folks. When we come back, we'll continue to talk about this market. Talk about some movers today, some decliners, restaurant stocks under pressure due to a weak earnings outlook from Darden Restaurants. So we'll talk about that when we come back. Breakout Investing on TFNN.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks. Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed, with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about tactical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Quick check on the markets here. 25 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session. Dow off its highs a little bit, still up close to 84 points, 0.7% to 12,181. NASDAQ unchanged now. It was lower for most of the session, then tried to rally just recently. It's back in negative territory, not by much, though, down maybe half a point to 2655, and the S&P 500 up 5.5 points, 0.4% to 1262. Will the NASDAQ and S&P 500 eventually be able to get over their 200-day moving average? That is the question on everyone's mind right now. Taking a look at crude oil today, not much movement, up 0.3% to 101.28 a barrel. Let's take a look at USO, United States Oil Fund ETF, which basically tracks the spot price of West Texas Intermediate light sweet crude oil. USO today up 4 cents to 39.05. Technical picture still very much intact with USO, not really showing any signs of technical weakness. Gold Meanwhile, actually, before we get to gold, we just talked to Anthony, who was had a question about Gulfport Energy, GPOR, and I mentioned some stocks, oil and gas producers that look pretty good. So good segue as we talk about the price of oil today. One stock I really like here is Rosetta Resources, ROSE, on the NASDAQ. Outstanding growth at this company. You can see how it rose in price for 3 days in a row, right in this area here. And notice how it has held on to its gains. And I really like to see that. So it was between, it was between November 28th and November 30th. November 28th, 29th, and 30th. This was when the market really got rolling last week. And then look what it's done. It's just kind of moved sideways here. So Rosetta Resources, a oil and gas producer based in Texas, looking very strong here with a market cap close to $3 billion. Here, another name, Northern Oil and Gas, ticker NOG. Northern Oil and Gas. I believe this one trades on the American Stock Exchange. Not that many stocks on the Amex anymore, but Northern Oil and Gas is one. It's having a good day today, up 2.9% to $26.03. Interesting company here as well, with excellent growth prospects, market cap of $1.65 billion, and really looking at a swing point here for Northern Oil and Gas at $27.70. That would be its high right here, but you can see trading well above its 50-day moving average, showing price strength in this market. Another interesting oil and gas producer out there. And then, you look at some of the real institutional quality stocks with no shortage of excellent mutual fund ownership. Cabot Oil and Gas, COG right here. Stock is up 29 cents today to 86.18. Cabot is based in Houston, Texas, and has a pretty strong technical picture here as well. So a lot of action, a lot of people, wondering where the next leadership is going to come from if the market starts to head higher in earnest. And a lot of these charts in the energy sector look pretty compelling here. So I think it's too early to say if they're going to be able to, lead with conviction. But a lot of interesting charts, especially among oil and gas producers. All right, let's move on. Take a look at gold. Gold for February delivery fell $2.70 or 0.2% to $17.31.80 an ounce. Let's take a look at the GLD. The bear chorus seems to be growing by the day as the dollar continues to hold firm, doesn't want to give up any ground. But the GLD today, which trades at 1/10 the price of an ounce of gold bullion, it's up $1.09 to $168.41. Trying like heck to hold on to its 50-day moving average here. It touched its 50-day moving average today at 165.60, but is trading at 168.41 near its session high. All right, folks, you're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but two exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, the Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. My name is Ken Shreve, and I haven't mentioned yet that I do write the Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter at TFNN. If you want to get more information about that, you can look right on the homepage, click on the Newsletters tab, and then Investment Newsletters, and you'll find more information about Ultimate Growth Stocks. I do Ken Shreve Market Minute video Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at TFNN.com, so you can check that out as well. And perhaps most importantly, don't forget about my free webcast coming up December 14th. December 14th. That's going to be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. December 14th. And let me get the date there. That's a Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday, December 14th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be called How to Maximize Profits in the Early Stages of a New Market Uptrend. And, really my expertise is buying growth stocks that are under accumulation. So I tend to buy strength. I don't buy weakness like a lot of other investors. I realize that, of course, you can make money buying weakness, but that is not my expertise. I like to buy stocks that are under accumulation. By the big boys, institutional buying. I like to buy stocks showing excellent earnings and sales growth in recent quarters, companies that are innovators in their industry. And we talked about the strength in the home building stocks, and there's no doubt there's been some great technical breakouts recently. Talked about the iShares Dow Jones U.S. Home Construction Fund. Well, some top holdings in that fund. Take a look at DR Horton, DHI, and a really, really nice technical breakout in DHI recently. And the swing point for DR Horton, let's get the swing point here. It broke out over $12.07 right in this area here. A nice accumulation. So there are some breakouts in this market that are working. The issue I have with the home builders is still lack of earnings visibility. So there are going to be breakouts happening in the market, but I look at very specific companies, and one of the main things I look at is companies with a proven track record of consistent earnings growth, annual earnings growth. Of course, the home builders have been in a world of hurt for several years now. Yeah, it looks like they're coming off bottoms here, and there probably definitely been some profit opportunities, but not an industry group that I'd be looking in, because of inconsistent, erratic bottom line and top line growth in recent quarters. All right, let's take a look at some names that look interesting here. Rackspace Hosting, ticker RAX on the New York Stock Exchange. Shares of Rackspace up 3 cents today, $243.37. Still like this stock's technical picture. Really looking at a swing point here of 45.46. This is the main issue in this market. I'm seeing a lot of charts out there that don't look bad at all. The question is new money going to come in from the sidelines with conviction? And unfortunately, I think it's 50-50 at best. It would be nice to see some follow through this week in the major averages. Nice big percentage gain, good trading volume. I'm unsure if it's going to happen, but if it does and the market rally gets going again and the S&P 500, NASDAQ are able to take out their 200-day moving averages and start confirmed uptrends, I think a name like Rax has a chance of working. It's a provider of managed hosting services. Cloud names appear to be coming back into favor. So Rackspace looks interesting here. Let's take a look at Under Armour, another stock with pretty solid chart here. Under Armour, of course, a maker of athletic apparel. Looking at a swing point for Under Armour, 87.40. That's going to be its prior high over here. So good example of a base on base pattern forming here. You had a base that started back over in this area in the summer. It broke out right in this area here in late October when it looked like a market rally was really getting going, but then general market weakness got in the way of the breakout and it has settled into a new consolidation here. So this is a classic example of a base on base pattern forming, and you can't rule out a fresh breakout in Under Armour, but it still has more work to do. And again, not to beat a dead horse, we need some follow through in this market. We need some institutional buying to start happening before any of these breakouts are going to have a chance of succeeding. Plenty of stocks out there finding support at their 50-day moving average. Nu Skin is a good example, ticker NUS on the New York Stock Exchange. Nu Skin, Herbalife, a lot of these stocks have been performing well. Nu Skin makes anti-aging personal care products. It also sells nutritional supplements under the Pharmanex brand, but good fundamentals. Good support at the 50-day moving average here, but volume on the light side. Really, when a stock, shows price strength like Nu Skin did basically during the month of October. Now it came down to its 50-day moving average, found support. But you like to see you like to see volume pick up. You like to see volume increase when a stock finds support at the 50-day moving average, and really haven't seen that yet with Nu Skin. Let's see here, Biogen IDEC, B-I-I-B, Biogen IDEC. Another example of a base on base forming here. You had a start of a base back in the summer here. Nice breakout in heavy volume. Market doesn't let it run. It gets weak again, comes down to its 50-day moving average, has started to work its way higher again. So shares of Biogen also working on a base-on-base pattern. Still has more work to do to complete that base. Small cap names, select Comfort. I think I've mentioned this on the show before. SCSS. The stock is up 2 cents today to $20.65. Another example of support at the 50-day moving average. Another example of a base-on-base pattern. When I talk about some of these compelling technical setups, a lot of them are these base-on-base patterns. And again, the base-on-base forms when a stock, breaks out of a long consolidation, breaks out of a base, but then it only rallies, 5-10%, maybe 15%, and then general market weakness usually causes it to pull back, then form a second base on top of the prior base. So in Select Comfort's case, here was the base right here. Breakout on really strong earnings back in October. Very bullish conference call from this company. They're a specialty mattress maker. People like their beds. Select Comfort sells a lot of mattresses, believe me. And now it's came down to its 50-day moving average, found support, maybe forming the second base in this base-on-base pattern. So some interesting technical setups out there. Whether or not they work is a big question mark at this point. So, all right, stick with us, folks. Final segment coming up. You're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN.
folks, this is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. Catch Tom O'Brien, founder and CEO of TFNN, professional trader and educator. Also, a regular guest on CNBC, analyzing the commodity markets. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, everyone. Can't forget about the enterprise software makers here, another industry group that's doing well, especially after news yesterday that Germany-based SAP said it was going to buy Success Factors for $3.4 billion. The news yesterday caused a big rally in the enterprise software group, and interesting chart in that group with Ariba, ARBA on the NASDAQ. Stock is up 1.4% today to $34.40 43 cents. But Ariba in an interesting technical setup here. The swing point is 34.20. Again, trading at 34.43, still within buying range. Good top line growth for Ariba in recent quarters. It's an enterprise software maker, so some big movers in that group yesterday. Even Taleo, which is in a very similar business to Success Factors, TLEO, on the NASDAQ. Stock is down 55 cents today to 38.95. The stock was up, I believe it was close to 20% yesterday. Again, Taleo is in a very similar as kind of human resource management software. That's what Success Factors does, and that's pretty much the same business as Taleo, TLEO. But stock acting very well today after a 20% gap up yesterday, holding on to those gains, only down about 55 cents today to 38.95. Mentioned the weakness in the restaurant stocks. That was caused by Darden Restaurants, DRI. Certainly not a market leader. Darden operates Red Lobster chains, also Olive Garden, and there are issues with Olive Garden, with Darden Restaurants right now, and stock is really getting hammered today, down $5.92, 12.4% to 41.81. Clearly a lot of institutional selling in Darden today. Stock is trading at its session low. Darden basically lowered its earnings outlook. Again, it's Olive Garden chain having some difficulties, but heard some analysts today say that there could be a turnaround soon at the Olive Garden part of their business, but sellers are in control today. Again, shares down 12.4% to 41.81. The selling has spilled over into other restaurant stocks. Here's a look at Chipotle. Chipotle still hanging in there, has been a huge price performer over the past 2.5 years or so. Shares of Chipotle down 1.3% today to 331.78. Also take a look at shares of Panera Bread. And Panera is down 1.3% today as well to 141.51. Panera Bread's technical picture still remains intact. So when you get bad news from a big restaurant stock like Darden Restaurants, it tends to drag all the other stocks down in the group. Even though you really haven't heard companies like Chipotle and Panera talk about weak demand. Business is certainly good at those restaurants. And, another strong performing restaurant stock recently, Buffalo Wild Wings. Technically not as healthy as Chipotle and Panera, but Buffalo Wild Wings also, executing really solidly as a company. Shares of Buffalo Wild Wings down 1% today to 62.79, trying to hold its 50-day moving average here. All right, coming up after the close, we got earnings reports from Casey's General Store. This is a little-known growth stock, but fast-growing, excellent balance sheet, good growth prospects at Casey. Stock is down 36 cents ahead of the results to 52.56. Operates convenience stores in the Midwest. Earnings expected to rise 21% to 98 cents a share, with sales up 37% year over year to $1.8 billion. Folks, don't forget about my webcast, December 14th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. You can sign up right on the homepage of TFNN.com. Coming up next, the Tom O'Brien Show on TFNN from 4 to 6 Eastern.